Drizzy and T-Money blasting off the map. Mic check one, we igniting the chat. Big thoughts, big laughs, real talk on tap. From the stars to your ears, it's a certified slap. We break limits, no rules, no fear. Dropping gems every week, loud and clear. Vibes interstellar, mind so clever. Tune in once, you'll be hooked forever. This the blast off, where the wisdom collide. Rocket fuel flow, let the convo ride. From the cosmos down to the city stride. Every episode another joyride. Catch the wave, let the banter take flight. Brainstorm sparking through the depths of night. Underdogs talking, put the world in sight. All killer, no filler, just truth in the mic. Zone out, let the speakers combust. In a convo with hosts you can trust. Groundbreaking spins, no fine gold dust. It's a must, turn us up, adjust. This the blast off, where the wisdom collide. Rocket fuel flow, let the convo ride. From the cosmos down to the city stride. Every episode another joyride.
Don't sneeze on me.
Sorry, T-Money.
Get the hell out of here, Drizzy.
Okay.
Welcome back to the Don't Sneeze on Me podcast. What up, T-Money?
How's it going, Drizzy?
It's going pretty good. How are you?
Well, I am doing pretty good now that we're back on the air because
We are back.
I know that everybody in the audience has been missing us.
Oh, so very much.
I mean, the number of emails of angry
Your
listeners.
hearts are just aching.
I understand. I mean, our show has just gained the popularity of like a Howard Stern.
It's
I mean,
amazing.
it
Top
really
level.
is. You know, in a
Here we
couple
come,
weeks.
Sirius XM.
Here we come. We
we
are
come.
taking over the Stern studio
That's
since
it.
he got fired.
That's it. We're in.
But I know you guys didn't hear from us for a little bit, but that was for good reason. One of our last shows that we did before we were off the air was Drizzy was moving into our new studio.
New place. New
And
place.
that's where we are now. So you hear the acoustics. I mean, it's just
It's
bouncing.
just beautiful. Lovely.
I mean, talk about an upgrade. We are looking over Central Park right now. I mean, talk about we have a doorman. I mean, oof. Well, our show is so popular. That's what happened. I mean,
That's it.
so
We
I
just
said,
went
you
all
know,
the way up.
all the way out. I said, think big, win big. That's how I think.
Yeah. No, definitely not living in Manhattan. Ew, no thank you. I work there, won't live there. But no, the new place is wonderful. But she had to get settled in and get internet going and all that good stuff. But very happy to be here. Very happy to have you here and
Well, thank
be
you.
recording with you.
Yeah, I am super excited. I think this is a new chapter for us, and now we'll be posting a little bit more frequently. So I know all those angry emails will stop now.
Oh my God, threats!
Threats. Honestly, I mean,
It's
come on.
not
people.
necessary, folks.
It really isn't. But so I'm happy to be back on the air with you, and today's episode we're going to talk we're going to go back into our childhood because
I'm excited about this.
This is how I learned the most about you, Drizzy.
Yeah, we can learn about like what we liked as kids. Like I'm really excited about this because I have such fond memories of my toys and just like the things that I had as a child.
When toys were actually cool.
Oh, so cool, and so many good memories of them.
And
Some of them still are though.
There are some toys. I will say. I mean, I am still a person that sees maybe a toy and goes, I wouldn't mind having that. But I mean, they're.
Well, I more mean like they've just like stood the test of time, where kids are still like, that's dope.
Yeah, I mean, I said I grew up fortunate that my parents would go way overboard and find the toy of the year.
Same.
My parents were like that, and
My mom was a genius with it.
I give them a lot of credit because honestly, I don't know how they did it sometimes. I mean,
Yeah.
when I see those lines now of the toys that like people are like standing like, oh, I've been here since 4:30 a.m. And
Well, that doesn't happen anymore. But when we were kids,
Well,
having
yeah.
to line up like on Black Friday morning.
I mean,
I
I don't
used
know.
to do
I mean,
that with
if-
my mom on Black Friday morning.
I mean, have
to
you
get
seen
the
those?
hot toy?
Have you seen those new Nintendos and Xbox. I mean, people are sometimes staying outside for hours to get those.
Yeah, depending on the store and when they're released and everything. Yeah,
I play video games, but I don't like video games that much. So.
No, but I just remember that as a kid, like having to get the Black Friday shopping to get the deals, and like when an item first came out, you had to line up no matter what it was because there was no online
there's
shopping.
no online purchasing.
Yeah, but I was definitely spoiled. But I also remember being in line very early that Friday morning, and yeah.
So that's where you and I differ. My parents were always very big on the Santa Claus process.
Oh no! Don't get me wrong. Black Friday shopping, I just thought it was all the boring stuff. I didn't see anything. My mom made Christmas pure magic tea. The things that she did, the lengths that she went to make Christmas and Santa truly believable were just astounding. I believed in Santa for a long time
so did I.
because she did such a fantastic job. And guess what? My kids are 9 and 12, and they still believe in Santa.
I'm not afraid to admit it. I think I believed in Santa probably up to like I was 12 or 13.
Same, 12 years old for me. I found a receipt, and that's what confirmed it. I had some doubts, but I was like, no, I still believe.
I walked into my father eating the Santa Claus cookies.
Oh my goodness! Oh, that solidifies it.
It was kind of heartbreaking because like I went up to bed and I don't know, I got up for something stupid as a kid would, and my dad was like elbow deep in like cookies and milk, and I was like, what the?
Oh my goodness! Well, that's a way to find out.
I mean, it was all right. I kind of already, like I said, just like you, I had suspicions.
Yeah, so it just kind of confirms it, and you know what? It just happens at the right time, I think. So, I mean, my daughter's 12, so like I said, like who knows? Who knows when she could even have those doubts or suspicions?
Listen, having that imagination is something that I really miss as an adult.
Yeah,
because you could. I mean, myself personally, I had a very active imagination. I didn't have an invisible friend or anything like that, but I could also entertain myself.
I could play
easily.
by myself for hours.
Oh, absolutely.
Hours.
There's no reason. I said, I mean, also my parents knew I needed somebody to keep me out of trouble, so that's why I had dogs, and they were always the shepherd of the crazy sheep that doesn't seem to stay in the yard for some reason. So, as my parents would probably describe me, but amazing. Let's talk about some of these toys that we had because I know that toys now are way different than toys back then.
Way different.
Like toys back then could hurt you.
They could. There was just such a.
There was just no
time.
safety behind it. It was
growing up in the 80s and 90s, and it was such a unique time.
It was like this is an idea for a child. Yeah, just give it to them. We're not gonna test it.
Oh, they didn't care.
Just
they
give
didn't
it to them.
But now looking back, I'm like, and I think about my kids. I'm like, yeah, I don't think I would get you that. Like, not a good idea.
Well, I mean, let me ask you this: do you ever hear of a toy called moon shoes?
OMG.
I love moon shoes.
So my step siblings had moon shoes in Georgia.
Oh yeah.
So when we would go visit them in Georgia, we would play with the moon shoes there, and like never got hurt. But I am not surprised that people did get significantly injured in those.
These are things that were suspended by rubber bands, and they were like jump around. Oh yeah. The bottom's not going to be made of rubber. It's going to be made of plastic. So if you're
hard
on
plastic.
anything that is not rubber itself, you're going to slip and fall.
Yep.
I mean,
there was no grip.
I mean, I never got hurt. But
neither did I. Like
I also could understand how easily a ankle could be broken, or probably worse. Because I mean, I don't know. I mean, my cousin had them. I played with them once. I needed to have them, so I spent my money on them, and I just remember these things. And I mean, they were awesome. So I have nothing else to say besides good things about them. But there definitely was a high probability of injury on those.
Yeah, well, talking about like ankles and shins even. I think about like Razor scooters.
Oh, like they still have them out now.
Yep, they're still a thing. Those are something that have like carried through. They're still a thing, but they became popular when we were kids, when we were like teenagers.
Absolutely.
And
young teenagers too.
Yeah, young teenagers. I remember I got my first one, and I won it in a I don't know, a lottery or something like that while I had a cast up to my thigh, which I thought was just hilarious. But those are like, you hit your ankle with those, or you hit your shin.
Oh God.
Oh, those are wicked.
So many like direct shin shots from this because you know it wasn't just cool to have a razor scooter. It was cool to be able to do tricks on your razor
Oh
scooter.
yeah, so you want to like learn how to jump it first, and then
I mean,
go on a little ramp.
The only way to learn that is to do it. I mean, it's the same thing with with learning how to skateboard. I mean, the only way you go down a half pipe is you have to go down a half pipe first.
I skateboarded. I did that too. And I love doing half pipes. I loved all of that.
I can rollerblade.
Very much enjoyed it. Rollerblading I liked, but I couldn't like do it like that. My brother did. But yeah, that skateboard that I had and that cast that I had on my leg as well, completely related.
That seems about right.
Yeah, I broke my leg in 3 places on that skateboard. So scooters are dangerous. Skateboards are too.
Well, I mean, it's just, I think we were just a little bit more daring as kids. I mean, we were also outside a lot more.
Oh, way more. Way more. Spend time in the neighborhood.
Yeah, I think that had to deal with it.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, my kids are not outside nearly as much as I was. I felt like especially in the summer, the time I woke up to when I went to bed, I was outside all day, even like after school, come home, do my homework, go outside and play with my friends. But it's just,
it was like a requirement.
Like that anymore.
My mom used to be like, get out and come back at this time.
My mom would whistle so loud we could hear it in the whole neighborhood when it was dinner time. That's how we knew when it was time to come home. So, I
mean, it's just one of those things.
One of those things.
Have you ever heard of this like metal, like molten like heat kit that you could design like metal figurines with?
No.
So I didn't have this. My friend had this, and it was like basically like a furnace. Like you used to put like these metal, like little balls into this like this metal dish, and you would heat it so hot that those metal balls would turn to a liquid metal, and then you would pour it into a mold, and then the mold would cool, and then it would be like a figurine of like, I don't know, like a giraffe or like, you know, a car or something like that. It was like something like stupid, but do you know how hot that would have to
melted
get?
Melted metal? That's insanely hot.
I mean, that's literally what it was. Like it was, you poured this really hot metal into a plastic mold type thing. It might have been like wax. I don't really remember. But and then it would like as it cooled, it would harden to that new mold.
Who would ever think these kind of toys were safe for kids?
Like it was totally normal. Like we used to play with this thing all the time. Like I used to just, but thinking about it now, I'm like, could you imagine if like one of our like these stupid kids like slapped that dish and like metal, like liquid metal flew on top of you? Like talk about
immediately going to urgent care.
Oh yeah, it's more than urgent care. That's like skin graft. Like,
oh, that's so terrifying.
I just remember that. I remember we had that.
That reminds me a lot of a toy that my brother had, which was, he had the creepy crawlers oven, and that was,
oh, I know that.
Yeah, that was an oven. It like basically like melted like a plastic type substance to form these like little creepy crawler. They look like insects and all that, and they would become like little plastic toys.
There was 2 different types. Like there was like the ones that you could make into plastic, and then like I remember a few years later they made like the gelatin ones that you could like eat.
Yeah, like the gummy versions. Yeah, I remember those. But my brother had the regular plastic ones. And that just, now looking back, I'm like, I would not let my kids play with that unattended.
Well, it's hot plastic that can easily, I mean, I've severely burnt myself with hot glue.
Mm-hmm,
so, I mean, that's literally the same thing. Like it cools on top of you, and with like hot glue, just like plastic, you can't like swipe it away from, like if you like whip your hand, it a little bit comes off, but the most of it still stays on your hand.
Yeah. And you can't just like run it under cold water or anything like that. Like it's not good. Kind of makes me think of my easy bake oven even. Like,
it's funny. I always wanted that just because I wanted to eat the stuff.
Oh, my brother would come and like
be like, hey, you playing with the Easy Bake Oven? Like, oh, what are you making? Like, pretend to be all interested just because he wanted whatever I was baking.
Yeah, it's like 30-year-old like baking powder.
Yeah, but I used to do that like in my bedroom, on the floor, on the carpet, like by myself,
Not
like
a
playing
fire
with my
hazard or
freaking
anything.
Easy Bake Oven in my room. I was like 10 years old, completely alone, and with a light bulb that could set the house on fire.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
but it made some tasty cakes,
it
let
did.
me tell you.
I always wanted to have a friend that had an Easy Bake Oven. Never
Yeah.
found one.
Well, the
Yeah.
ones now, I guess, are a whole lot safer. I was thinking about getting my daughter
Are
one
they?
now. Oh, yeah, way safer. But yeah, we just like raw dogged life back in the day.
Well, I remember this vividly because I thought me and my brother were gonna get our asses like handed to us. So there's this thing when we were growing up. It was called the Gilbert chemistry set, and this thing. So it's not like the Gilbert chemistry set that they have now, where it's like all like safe minerals and things like that. This thing was like, it had like chlorine in it and like, potassium oxide, like all this like weird stuff that like you would have in like a normal chemistry set. But it was the whole idea of it was, to inspire young chemists. Yeah, it inspired young chemists. Imagine just throwing a whole bunch of different things together in a jar and then, shaking it up and seeing what happens. That's literally what me and my brother did. I remember sitting in our basement. My brother's just pouring different stupid things
Oh, my
into like
goodness.
a little beaker
You're
thing.
going to make mustard
And
gas
then
in your bedroom.
And then he poured this liquid into it and he shook it, and like this thing reacted in such a way that it ate through the glass of the little beaker he had. It ate through the carpet and started like fizzing onto the concrete below it. And that's
Oh my
why we were more
gosh.
concerned about the carpet than like this was literally acid that we created by mixing stuff. Like that shows you the stupidity. Like they put such, dangerous chemicals into these children's chemistry sets.
That is risky
And
behavior.
then we're like, yeah, go ahead, have fun. Like, no instructions, like don't mix these together. Like none of these warning
no safety
signs. Yeah.
warnings
Like
about
nothing
which
like
chemicals
like
interact.
don't do this. It was like just have fun. Like you're a young chemist. Expand your mind. Like come on.
Just try not to blow up your house.
Yeah, build uranium. Like
if it
that's
happens,
fine. I mean, that's how Marie Curie like discovered radiation. She was like messing around. Like I mean, she was
fucking around with chemicals.
She was a scientist, but she didn't realize that she radiated herself to the point where her casket had to be lined with 6 inches of lead.
Well,
Like
fuck around and find out.
yeah, whatever. I mean, shit, blow up the house. You're fine.
But you know what? I guess that's how a lot of things have been created, just through risky behavior. But, I don't know. I had a lot of fun. Even with all the dangerous toys and just everything that we did as kids that I think it was just like absolutely crazy. Just a couple things like little things my brother did. He would hop the garage rooftops in Chicago.
Ooh.
So all the alleyways are like lined with like garages, and he would hop from roof to roof to roof. And I remember watching him doing it and just thinking like, he's gonna fall, and like witnessing the time he fell. He never fell. But like just stupid shit we did as kids.
I mean, I think we were just, there was no cell phones. There was no like watching where we were. It was like go out and
There was no
just
YouTube and all that
come
either.
back at a certain time, and you just knew to come back. I mean, if my parents ever knew the distance that we were from our house, like on our bikes or rollerblades, or like just so many miles away with no supervision and like having to cross highways and stuff, like
Oh yeah.
everything they told us not to do that we just did because that's the only way you could get where you wanted to go. Like you jump on the highway real quick, you take one exit, you go up to your friend's house, blah blah blah, you go from there, come back on the highway. Like it's like you're on the side, you have a freaking dinky little like helmet on that wouldn't save you even if you did get hit by a car. I mean, I understand why the parents these days are probably so protective is probably because of what we did, but at the same
Yeah.
time,
Yeah.
that just made us who we are. Like we're a strong generation. I don't know. Maybe that's me.
Absolutely. We have a lot of grit. That's
Oh,
for
yeah.
sure.
There's definitely.
But we
grit
are the
somewhere.
last generation with grit.
Oh yeah.
But like Was there anything that like you never got as a kid that you really wanted? Were there any toys that like you would put on your list for Santa and wish for, and then Christmas morning you'd open all your presents and just be like, man, if I just got that one thing.
You know, the one thing I think I still want it now. I think that's probably one of the reasons I always wanted to have kids was I always wanted the Power Wheels like little mini car. Like it was, you know, something that it always interested me. It just always looked cool. You always look cool with that.
Oh my God, yeah, you look like the rich kid on the block when you have one of those. Like I remember seeing the kids with those and being super jealous. Like my parents couldn't afford that growing
Yeah.
up. You know.
Well, my parents probably could have afforded it, but they were like, you don't need something stupid.
Yeah. There was this kid in our neighborhood, and it was kind of like the kind of trashy family in the neighborhood.
Oh, there you go. They built their own Power Wheels.
I mean, essentially, they made like a go-kart, and
Well,
the
that's
kid
actually
would like
pretty cool.
drive around the neighborhood, and it was so cool.
Was it
And-
fast?
Oh, super fast, so dangerous. But like, we were definitely like, oh my God, that was. And my mom would never, never, ever even consider letting us go on it. But like, we were always kind of like, oh man. Looking back, I'm glad I
Did you
didn't
ever
go on
get a
it.
chance to ride it?
No, and I'm glad I
Oh,
didn't. I'm
no.
glad I didn't. Like looking back, I'm like, no, because I would have been the one to get hurt. Something would have
Well,
happened to
do
me,
you see
knowing my
the-
luck.
Do you see those videos now where like the father puts like the drill battery on like their kids' Power Wheels and it like wheelies down the block?
That's so
like,
stupid.
like it makes it like super powerful for some reason. Like,
There's. I'm sorry. Like I'm gonna be that mom. They are set at a low speed for a reason. Like safety. Safety. If they're going that fast, something can happen. They're not made to go that fast.
I don't know, they're not made to go that fast when mom's around.
Okay. Until something happens. Until something
It's all
happens.
fun and games till you have a broken collarbone.
Well, let's say it again. Fucking around and find out.
It is. I think speaking of like the rich kid type, thing, I always felt that. Did you ever see those kids that had like the at home laser tags?
Yeah, I think I might be mistaken. I feel like my stepbrother and stepsister may have had those, but like I did have friends that had those, and I thought
Yeah.
they were pretty cool. It wasn't like my thing necessarily, but they were pretty cool.
It was just cool because like I like laser tag because like I'm a guy shooting stuff and running around chasing people. Yeah, you doing the guy thing. But I mean like I don't know, for some reason I always felt like the laser tag like it meant you had that cash because like you could buy those like expensive toys.
Ooh, you
Like-
got the fancy laser tag. I don't know. No, but it's true though. I remember there were just a few things where I'd go to my friend's house and be like, "Oh man, you got that? That's
Yeah.
really cool." I don't know. Wasn't much else.
Like I mean I always I thought like the Furbies.
We all had Furbies. We had three.
I
My
didn't-
brother
I
had
didn't
one.
have
I
them.
had one. My mom had one.
We didn't have them. Like my mom was like, no, absolutely not.
Why?
I don't know. It wasn't like she thought it was like anything was wrong with it. She was like, it's just stupid. Like she was like, you're not gonna play with it.
It's the best. I love my Furby.
I mean, like the Furby reminds me. Did you ever have something called like like I remember because it was a big thing, but Tamagotchis?
Oh my gosh. Tamagotchis are a historical toy. So funny you say that because literally in the mail today, I got 3 Tamagotchis.
Oh my god! did you-
One for me, one for my son, one for my daughter. When they come
I-
home tomorrow, they're getting Tamagotchis.
I remember how popular these things were. Like, my parents went above and beyond to get one because it was like when they were like super popular, like you could never find them, like they sold out immediately. And I remember opening it up on Christmas, like it was like one of the best Christmases ever. I love the Tamagotchi.
Oh, it's the
because
best.
it's like I don't know. It was like I don't know. I don't even know how to describe it. It's like it was just like a stupid like video game that you take care of something. Like it was like a
Yeah.
pet.
You gotta
But it's like what
feed
they
it
used to
and
do
clean
on
its
like
poop and
they do that on like like Facebook now. But it's like
Yeah.
it was like a little thing. It was like the first like farm animal thing.
Mhm.
Like I remember I can't believe you just got Tamagotchi.
Yeah.
I'm actually really jealous of that.
when I was in 4th grade, I had a Tamagotchi watch.
made
And
watches?
yeah, they made watches. It was like a
Huh.
thing for like a short blip of time or whatever. But I had one and I wasn't playing with it because I didn't play with it during school, but it was an actual watch.
Oh, okay.
And all of a sudden, like an alarm started going off. And my
Did it
fourth
die?
no,
Oh,
my
okay.
4th grade teacher was just not a very nice person. And she immediately came up to me, took it off my wrist, and took it away from me. My mom had just bought it for me. I didn't play with it at school, didn't
Did you get it
use
back?
it at school. Nope, she never gave it back. Back in the day, you could get away with that shit. Nowadays, I would hunt the teachers down if they did something like that to my kids.
It's like taking an iPhone. Like, what do you,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I remember
yeah.
I remember they banned the Tamagotchis from school.
Yeah, so
like,
they
for
did
a long time.
they did that to us, but mine
Yeah.
was like
Yours
the watch.
was the watch. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like my mom was fine with it. I was fine with it, but my mom, I don't think my mom ever even called the teacher. So, it's on her too, but
Yeah.
whatever.
I mean, my father was a principal, so he had like all the confiscated
Oh my
toys. So
God.
like, he used to let us
Ugh.
like pick and choose when we go into his
That's
office.
amazing.
It's
like your treasure chest.
Oh, absolutely. Like, it was always a cool little something in there. Like, it was,
My
yeah.
favorite toy
Okay.
as a kid, and you made me think of gaming with the Tamagotchi, but my Sega Game Gear.
Oh, I never had a Sega.
Oh, you missed out. You missed out.
I was a Nintendo person. So.
Well, you could be both.
yeah,
You could be both.
you definitely can be both.
We had Game Boys too in the house. Like,
Yeah.
we had both, but the Sega was so dope because it was the first handheld gaming device with a backlit screen. So it was before
Sega was handheld.
Sega was a handheld device. Yeah, the Sega Game Gear was the handheld device.
Oh, see, I know Sega from like the console Sega,
No,
where like
this
they
is
put
the
the
Game Gear.
Wow, I'm old.
Yes. So this was like I said, the handheld device with the backlit screen, and it was the first handheld one with the backlit screen. So for the Game Boys, you could get the light.
I think I remember it. Yeah.
For the Game Boys, you could get a light attachment so that at night you could play it, or in the dark you would play it. But with the
Yeah.
Game Gear, you didn't have to. So that was the best. It took 6 AA batteries, and that thing would keep me up all night playing freaking, I don't even know what games I
was
played.
like Sonic
everything.
and stuff
Sonic.
like that.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, Sonic was like my favorite.
I remember. I see now that you said it. I do remember that toy.
It was
It was
the
actually
best.
really cool.
My brother
So it was
and I
like it was
had
like an
them for
upgraded Game Boy.
years. Yeah,
Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
an upgraded Game Boy.
it was the best, and the games
Mhm.
were so cool, and like the graphics were awesome, and it was awesome. It was
Yeah,
such a cool
I was
toy.
definitely the Game Boy kid. So
Yeah. Well, we had Game Boys too. Like I said, we had both, but like that was such a cool gaming system.
So yeah, I mean, gaming systems. I just remember when gaming systems were actually affordable. So I mean, now they're like $700.
My son's asking for like an Xbox or this or that, and
They're
I'm just
so
like,
expensive.
I can't do that. Like, until this podcast takes off, like I cannot afford to get that for him.
Exactly.
So if anybody would like to get my son a gaming system for Christmas, you can donate it. Send us an email. Let us know. He would be forever grateful. It can be used. Hit me up. Anyways, he's a Fortnite addict, so he has to bring his.
I've heard your son.
Yeah, he brings his Xbox from his dad's house here on the weekends, and I don't let him play with it all the time. And sometimes I tell him he can't bring it over. But yeah, he is.
I mean, I
obsessed.
can kind of understand being addicted to the games. Like I was pretty addicted to those games, game consoles.
Well, another handheld game or toy, I guess, that I really loved. I loved as a child my Polly Pockets so much. I had so many Polly Pockets. They were like the little handheld things, and Polly was like maybe not even an inch tall. I don't think, just about an inch tall, like little tiny thing. And it was like you would open up this toy, and on the inside it would be a room or a house or some sort of landscape, like a park or something like that.
Oh,
Yeah, and you like play in the little area with your little Polly Pocket.
You just triggered a memory of mine. Didn't they have like a male version of that? Like,
I think they did at some point.
It was like they were like little characters,
yeah,
right?
they were little characters. They were
Oh
awesome.
my God, I forgot all about those.
It was one of
That's-
the best.
That's crazy. Oh my God, you brought back a hard memory. I remember
well,
those.
that was literally like one of my favorite toys. I loved my Polly Pockets. I had
Member
a
berries.
lot of them. Like I liked Barbies as a kid, but Polly Pockets and like My Little Ponies, those were my jams.
Oh man. Well, I was a Power Ranger kid. I like when the Power Rangers like first came out, and like I just loved that show. I was so addicted to it. I mean, I must have been like, I don't know, 8 or 9. I mean, I loved Power Rangers, but my parents got me the Power Rangers, for those who aren't familiar with it, is like they have like these like
Everybody
dinosaurs.
knows Power Rangers. They're still a thing. My kids watch them.
I know,
everybody
but I
knows.
mean, and you never know. Some people may not.
Nah,
but
everybody knows Power Rangers.
so they had these big machines that they could turn into.
They morphed.
They morphed. Yes,
They're the mighty Morphin
Power Rangers. And they morphed into these big machines, and then those machines could combine into one big machine. It was like Mega Power Ranger morph, whatever.
No, it was awesome. It would transform into this whole giant thing. Yeah.
And my parents got me all these things connect together. And I remember I was so excited.
Wait, was that the thing where each of the toys connected together to build my brother had that.
I loved it for 10 minutes.
Yeah. You get over it real quick.
Yeah, and then it was I remember I played with that for the day of Christmas, and then I remember my parents being like, "He hasn't touched that thing in a fucking week."
That's so much stuff I've bought for my kids over the years. So
does that piss you off?
Very well. It does, but it doesn't. It's something they ask for. They ask for it, and look, if they ask for it and they play for it day, and that's their big toy, that's on them. I'm not going to get them something to replace it. That's what they asked for, I always
wondered if that would annoy me. If I went out of my way to get this and you played with it for a day.
Sometimes it does, but then again, it's just they think about what they want for Christmas well in advance. Now they're older, so they're much more strategic with how they ask for things and what they want. And I am also much more mindful about what I get them. I'm only going to get them something that I know they will play with and that will last a really long time. So
no, that makes sense.
With me as a kid, a lot of my toys, especially when I was young, I genuinely played with them and they lasted a long time.
Now, do you think your kids ask for more toys now or more electronics?
I would say my son is definitely more electronics. My daughter is much more toys. Oh, okay. But he would just love a gaming system. That's what I got him. So, but he wanted a tablet with a special tablet with a keyboard last Christmas. And I was I got one very great sale on it. Okay. Great sale on it. So, not a big deal, but he is definitely more into that because of gaming. Yeah, he's such a pro gamer at 9 years old.
I've heard him screaming from the other room. So.
Yeah, me too, all the time.
I mean, speaking of action figures, I remember. Do you remember the first Jurassic Park?
I saw that movie in theaters when it came out. It was awesome.
I remember being young. I for some reason I have the memory of being at home in the summertime, sitting with my brother when my parents went out when we were young kids. They went out to dinner. And we were home all by ourselves to watch Jurassic Park. My mom was like, don't do anything. But the Jurassic Park action figures was this part of my life because the Tyrannosaurus Rex, the teeth on this thing were so sharp that...
Did you have the one that had the metal teeth?
No.
Or were they just the sharp plastic?
This sharp plastic white teeth that if you crushed your finger in there, you were definitely bleeding.
Oh man!
I just remember this. I love this. I love this thing for some reason. I remember those Jurassic Park actually because Jurassic Park was a big thing. It was the first CGI movie that that Steven Spielberg really got deep in in depth with.
And it's such a great film, and it stood the test of time. They're still making them.
Oh yeah,
know?
I mean they said they're making another one.
Yeah, another thing that has definitely stood the test of time are Legos.
Oh my god, I hate to say I'm a Lego nerd. I still would buy Legos. I have Legos in my house that I have not built because I'm saving them for a rainy day.
Oh well, if you ever want to take a day and build some Legos, I'm definitely down. We could podcast and Lego together.
I will Lego all day long.
Both my kids like Legos. My daughter more than my son, just because he's video games. Yeah. But she loves Legos. They have the Legos and Friends kits now, that
my
are
niece
more
is real
girl
big on
themed or whatever.
Yeah.
That she likes, but my brother liked them as a kid. I liked them as a kid.
They're just awesome.
They're awesome, and even as toddlers, they get the jumbo Legos that are just so epic.
Because they're so you don't have to think about anything. Nope. You're just looking at the directions as take this piece, put it here. Take this piece, put it there. Yeah. You're oh, okay, this is this way to kill some time.
Mindless almost. Yeah. You can zone out and do it, and Legoland's pretty dope too. So
I've never been to Legoland.
It's fun.
Say that.
It's fun. I have kids, so I can take them. It's an excuse to go.
I was gonna say, speaking of legacy toys, this is when it's now called the WWE, but when I was growing up, it was called the WWF, World Wrestling Federation. And that was when they had like the Hulk Hogan's, and they had, you know, the Undertaker, and like Randy Savage, and like all the classic,
OGs,
yeah,
baby.
the you know, Andre the Giant.
That's when I
like,
used to watch it.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
my brother and I watched a lot.
that's when
of
you
wrestling.
debated whether it was real or not.
Yeah, when it would still seem like, ooh,
I
you knew
mean-
they were characters, but you didn't know about the wrestling. The
Some of
wrestling
them-
was like,
some of those matches
genuine.
you were like, whoa.
yeah. The
Like, you
wrestling
know,
seemed much more genuine.
Yeah, Ultimate Warrior, like all of them. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I remember getting those and like having the wrestling like ring and all the like wrestlers. I used to play with that for hours. I think I played with that well into my teens.
I love that.
Like, I mean,
freaking love that.
it's just that kind of stuff is fun. Like,
Yeah.
it's mindless.
Yeah.
You're making up a story in your head, like jumping off the rope and you hit them like that.
It's just fun. Yeah. Yeah.
It's just great.
Just
I love
imaginative play, like, is the best. Another mindless thing that, like, we were really into in my house, my brother especially, were Connects. That
I
was
love
a
Connects.
big one. He had
Oh
like
yeah.
the big Ferris wheel and the roller coaster. My mom would like get him the kits because he would just
Because
take
you can build so
days
much
and
with
days
it.
and days to build them.
Oh yeah, you can
Oh.
build. That was like Legos 2.0 kind
Yeah.
of. Like, it was like you could build so many things if you had the right pieces.
Yep, and he was awesome with it. Like, he would make these amazing things in like no time, and it was just so awesome. But like, they were legit really, really cool toys, and I don't know if they still make them. I actually, that's one thing that I
They
don't
might.
see
I
that
don't-
often,
I
but
don't know.
I think they still make them. But
Probably a choking hazard. At this
yeah,
point.
that was a cool toy. They were very, very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I said that I had Connects. So I was never gifted this, but do you remember like Pogs?
Oh, hell yeah.
I never had Pogs. My mom was like, they're stupid. No,
I mean, they are very, very stupid, but my mom loved to entertain the stupid interests that we had.
Oh, yeah.
So we got Pogs.
Did
We
you
got
have like
the
one of those
homemade.
gigantic sets of Pogs?
Yes.
Oh,
And
man.
we had a homemade Pog maker.
Ooh.
Yeah, so we could make our own Pogs, which was
Okay.
really cool. So my brother and I would do that. Yeah, no, I love Pogs, and then we would play. Like, we would actually like play
what
with
was
Pogs.
the point of Pogs again?
There was like a game that you played on where
You
you
had,
threw
you
them
had something
down.
called like a slammer or something.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Okay.
something like that. So, but no, we would just collect them and everything. And I remember I visited my dad and my step family and everything in Georgia, and they are very like Bible Belt. So
Oh boy.
yeah, so we went to the Baptist church and we had to go to Sunday school, and my brother and I were very much not like Baptist church Sunday school kids, but the one thing was the
You don't say.
pastor during the service, because, the pastors have to be like hip and cool and stuff. He threw Pogs out into the crowd, and I got one, and it was a Jesus Pog. So that was pretty
The
dope.
best Pog ever.
Yeah. So that stayed in my collection.
Imagine
for
if
a
you
very
threw out
long
like
time.
a slammer that was like Satan. Slam it.
Ow! Satan wins. But yeah, Pogs, man. They were pretty cool though. But another toy that I loved as a kid, and I don't know if you ever like saw them or like knew about them or whatever, but like VTech had those little like computers for kids. They were like little laptops. They were so silly. They were such a silly thing.
No,
But,
I
like,
don't think I ever know those.
You learned like the first steps at coding on those things when
Really?
you really look back to it. Yeah.
You learned how to make a virus.
You actually learned how to like put in code and build games and things. And like looking back, it seemed like just a fun little computer, little toy or whatever. But like you're actually like learning code, which was pretty cool. But I remember I got like one of them, and I saved up my allowance for weeks and weeks and weeks. And then my mom even like fronted me a few weeks of allowance that then I
okay.
had to she like loaned it up front or whatever. And I got one, and I played with that thing all the time. I took it with me on vacation. I took it with me like when we traveled, like at home I had it. Like I loved that thing. I used it so much. I thought it was so cool.
I mean, it sounds cool. I never had that. I mean, I think I saw the commercials for it. It looked cool, but I don't know. Like I said, my mom was always like, she would veto stuff. Like, you don't need that. You're not gonna play with it. I probably wouldn't have played with it that much, but I don't know. Maybe I would have.
Yeah, that one I enjoyed it a lot. I thought it was so cool.
So speaking of like really cool like toys, what are some toys that you would buy now for yourself, but you say is for your kids?
Oh man. So I love Nerf guns. Like I
Nerf guns, oh my
love Nerf guns, like to the point where I used to buy them for my son because he would ask for them, but I would be like, yeah, but do you want this one? Do you want that one? Like I would like
Do you
push
want the one that
because
can put your eye out?
yeah, no, I think Nerf guns are so cool. I'm like, do you want the one that's like fully automatic? And blah, blah, blah,
Oh,
blah, blah, blah.
absolutely.
Like I just think they're so cool and they're so fun. Do I like picking up all the bullets? Absolutely not. It's actually one of my biggest nightmares, but I love them. I wish my son like played with them more. Like we definitely had our Nerf battles and everything, but I wish that we were more of like a Nerf household because as kids,
Oh yeah,
we
we had those all over the house. I
Yeah.
mean, like I think the whole point of Nerf guns was like try to blind the other person.
Yeah.
Like, it was like,
yeah.
I mean, that's just what you did. But I mean, Nerf guns were a big one. But I remember during the summer because like so. I'm not saying that my parents or what we were rich or anything like that, but we did have our own pool. Like so, it was just part of our yard, and we used to have super soakers.
Oh, I love
and
Super
we used to
Soakers.
go nuts
They
in the
have
pool.
like the Super Soaker
Oh,
3000.
yeah, like the ones that like were like had double like chambers
knock
on
your
top,
head off.
and like they were so strong.
So awesome.
I mean, the one that I always wanted, I never got was the one with the backpack. Like, because it was like
So,
super soaker. Like, it was like so big.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do with that?
I'm gonna mess somebody's day. I'm gonna fuck your day up right there. Like,
Fuck the whole
I'm
day
gonna
up.
shoot you from the deck to the pool. You're not gonna hit the sidewalk.
Yeah. I don't know.
Like,
One that I would get, and actually like we have it at some of the like schools I work in that I love, but like Bop It.
oh, I remember Bop It.
I love a Bop It.
Yeah,
like my daughter has like a mini one,
Mhm.
and I love it. Like Bop It, twist it, pull it. Like
I remember playing it. I was never very good at it. Not to like. I think it was more not my eye-hand coordination. It was like I would like hear too much at the same time, and then I would like not be able to like decompress it and be like it'd be like twisted. I'd be like bop.
Well,
Like,
it also speeds up
oh yeah,
like through
I
the
mean,
round, so it
well,
gets
I
to
mean,
a point where it's like I don't even know what you're telling me anymore.
I mean that's like kind of like I don't know what's that game where it's like you it's like three different colors like and you have to like hit the colors like Simon Says.
Oh
ever play
yeah,
that?
yeah. I love Simon Says.
I have a game that's like similar to it. Like it's like Simon's. It actually is Simon Says, but you can take it's like cubes, so you can mix up the cubes.
Okay.
But then it moves.
But you have to memorize the patterns.
You have to
That's
memorize
it's pattern
and
memorization.
that's what I have trouble with. Like because it was like the same game as like Guess Who. Like I
Yeah.
could never remember who I said previously. I'm like wait, did I already say this guy? And like I can't tell you that. I'm like then this game sucks, and I would throw the game.
Oh
off.
my gosh. Well, one toy that I loved as a kid, and like I would definitely get for my kids if they wanted it, was Skip It.
Oh, I know what Skip It is.
Yeah, it's like the toy you put around your
That's like another
ankle.
ankle buster.
You could take somebody out with a freaking
Oh, yeah.
Skip It. It was
Yeah.
great. It's good self defense when you're on the go. But I love my Skip It, and I would just play outside with it and just go. That
Yeah.
and my like what's it called?
Like a yo-yo? Am I that old?
No, but we
A
did have yo-yos.
yo-yo.
We
The
did
yo-yos made a comeback.
We did have yo-yos as a kid. My brother and I like played with yo-yos, and we actually went.
Yo-yos made a
downtown.
comeback in like the 90s.
Yeah, so we went to FAO Schwartz downtown Chicago, and my mom took us to like buy really nice yo-yos.
Yeah.
But what I was thinking of was my pogo stick.
Oh, pogo stick. Yeah, I actually was really good at pogo sticking.
I loved
Like,
my pogo
you know,
stick.
I used to do the pogo stick, and then my parents bought me stilts.
Oh, so cool!
And-
Did you die? I mean, you're here
well,
now.
I'm here
but
right
like...
now, but I mean, I'm one side of myself is shorter than the other because I fell. But
Good
I
job.
mean, yeah, I got an ongoing limp. But I mean, yeah, the stilts were great. I always wanted the stilts that were like springs that you could like jump, but I know I would definitely have broken something.
I would break both my ankles,
Oh,
but it would be
absolutely.
worth
It'd
it.
be worth it. It'd be
Worth the
worth-
experience.
That one bounce where you're like super high, you're like, oh, I got this, and then you overcorrect, and you're like, I don't got this, and there's the pavement.
Yeah. More toys, I guess, that like from my childhood now, like Pokemon cards have like stood the test of time.
Oh my god, they're still going. I mean,
and like on the further than that, like Magic cards, even like both of those have like stood the test of time and
Oh,
are
yeah.
still super popular.
mean,
But
people like-
all
people like
all
fist
kids
fight
play with
for
Pokemon
these.
cards.
I mean, I see those videos now where like, oh, this guy like before the store opened, like took all these Pokemon sets, blah 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 blah.
So
blah.
silly. So
I'm like,
silly.
I hope it's worth it. I mean, there's like those toys now that are called little boo boos or whatever, and like
No, thank you.
they're supposedly like so
They're
popular
like the
and
hot new toy.
yeah,
It's like the Beanie Baby of the time, like it's
little
so
boo boo.
silly.
I mean,
So silly. My daughter asked for one. I was like, no. But
they're super expensive. They're like $80.
depending, I think you can get them for cheaper, but like, yeah, I'm not going to chase down someone for the special thing and all, like this little toy that's going to only be popular for like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
No, thank you. One of my other favorite toys, though, like as a kid, that's like really still like popular. Well, I guess it's not a toy; it's a craft.
Okay.
But it's still popular with kids and like at summer camps and stuff like that. Are shrinky dinks? Have you ever heard of shrinky dinks?
Are those the things you put in the water and they grow bigger?
No, opposite. You it's like sheets of plastic that you put in the oven and it shrinks down smaller and it makes these
Oh.
like thick, hard, small like plastic pieces.
Yeah, I know the ones that
So-
like you put in water and they get big.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. So
Yeah,
this, it's the opposite idea. But with these, it's like a big sheet of plastic. You draw like a little picture on it, something that's like a few inches wide or whatever. You color it in. You can design whatever you want. Cut it
Okay.
out. Pop it in the oven. There, you get like a cute keychain or something like that. But
Hmm.
like, it's pretty cute. I love shrinky dinks. I think they're such a fun craft, and like my kids love them too. And like we do them at all of our programs. They're so popular.
That's cool. I don't know if I ever did that, but the one thing that they used to have at our after school program was Light Bright.
I
Like,
love my light.
I wish I had one because I think I really would have played.
I
with
have
it.
one if you want to play with
I might
it.
actually have to
I
play
do
with
have
it.
a light bright.
I mean Light Bright. It's just I don't know. I don't know what it is about it. It's just because you can just like do so much with it. Like I guess like I'm a very visual person, so like and especially with colors, like colors will get me. Like you'll draw me in with that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I love the idea of like making something that's just like really pretty and like
Oh,
the
yeah.
lights, just everything.
So you
And
can be creative.
yeah, my daughters love them since she was little. There's a place called Liberty Science Center. Have you ever been there? Yeah.
In Newark or something.
Yeah. So they have like a big wall that was a light bright wall. I don't think they have
Oh.
that space anymore, but you use these giant plastic pegs.
That's cool.
And it was like a giant light bright. And when my kids were like really little, it was so cool and they loved it. It was like a highlight of our visit when we would go there. But light brights are awesome. I loved
Yeah.
mine as a kid. I love that like my daughter still plays with her. She's 12 years old. She still loves it.
It's just cool. It's
Yeah.
because it's something that is kind of mindless, but it's something where you're still creative.
yeah.
Like it's just colors. It's just. I mean, I'm attracted to colors, so
Yeah.
that's just the way I am.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Like anything that's brighter, bigger. Hey, you're in my apartment, aka our studio now, quite colorful here. Like I love like bright colors and all that. So I absolutely agree.
So the question of the day.
Ugh.
The question of the day. Here, even you people out in the audience can answer this too. With the toys that we grew up with, would the kids of today survive some of those toys with the I guess you could say mentality that they have now?
The science kit and the molten lava stuff,
Somebody's
absolutely
losing skin.
not. Absolutely not. That's just too many ER visits right there.
No way.
Too many co-pays. I'll pass on any of those. I don't know. I think it's good to have a little risk. I think it's good
You
to
have
like
to.
have some ankle, shin hits of a scooter. I think it builds grit.
Listen, when that scooter zips around and hits you right on the side of the ankle bone,
Ooh.
and it sends that shock up your leg that you feel like you're gonna cry, but you don't want to because you're in front of your friends. You learn how to eat a little pain.
Gotta suck it up.
It really is.
Yeah.
But well, I mean, honestly, Drizzy, I think we had a very in-depth thought of our past.
This was
so.
fun. I love
really
it. Was
is.
like I feel
I
like
learn
a
more
kid
about
again.
you every
Like,
time.
I know every time we go a little bit
Every
deeper
time.
with this stuff, and it's awesome.
But
And but I love the fact that like I don't know, we have a lot of the same interests as kids and all that kind of stuff.
we
but
grew
like,
up the same way.
But it also like talking about this stuff like makes me feel like a kid again too. So I definitely get those like throwback memories.
Well, I mean, I said you brought me back to the memory of those little Polly Pocket things.
Little Polly
I
Pockets.
remember those. Oh, man,
Classic.
they were so cool.
Hmm.
Well, everybody, from all of us at Don't Sneeze on Me, this is T-Money dropping the mic.
We out.